Where do I begin? Where do I begin? Where do I begin? Oh my days, oh my days. I don't even want to say it's reality TV because it's so sad what was displayed. However, this is reality TV. Trump and Vance and Zelensky, they pretty much have this tense Oval Office meeting in front of the media. Usually these are the conversations that happens behind closed doors. So it is a good thing that we do get a glimpse of, okay, what are they actually, like what actually goes on behind the scenes. It's also a bad thing because it's like, it doesn't make us look good. It does not make us look good. This is kind of a situation where it's 50-50. A lot of Republicans are like, yes, this is good. This is Trump showing his dominance. This is Trump showing his leadership. But also in the same breath, a lot of Democrats are like, this is embarrassing. This is sad. Y'all look like bullies and so forth. Before we begin today's video, be sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you're notified whenever I post a new video. Follow me on my social media as we're on the road to 100,000 subscribers because we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. I'm gonna be honest, we're gonna watch it together, but I already watched it. Just to give a little brief background. So this situation with Russia and Ukraine has been actually going on for a minute now, even prior to Trump's current presidency, even prior to his first presidency as well. To give a background of the discussion and the argument that they're having, Zelensky is pretty much saying that having peace and ceasefire with Putin does not do anything because that's what they originally had previously and he broke the agreement. What Zelensky is wanting is more. Trump, on the other hand, is saying that you're unappreciative. Well, JD Vance said he was unappreciative. Trump is saying that honestly, you have to get what you can at this given moment because we've given you so much money. We've given you over $300 billion in equipment and gear and whatever the case may be. He's pretty much saying we call the shots, like especially if we're supporting y'all. If we say y'all have to come in agreement with another ceasefire, then that's what you have to do. So this is where the conversation kind of gets iffy and where the blurred lines comes in, where some people are like, I'm 100% on Trump's side, and other people are like, no, that's disrespectful. They're an ally. We're supposed to support them in the measures to where what they deem is best for their people. I'm on Zelensky's side on this. It goes half and half. So let's watch the clip and then we're going to further discuss.
For 4 years in the United States of America, we had a president who stood up at press conferences and talked tough about Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy. We tried the pathway of Joe Biden of thumping our chest and pretending that the President of the United States' words mattered more than the President of the United States' actions. What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy. That's what President Trump is doing.
Can I ask you?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So he occupied our parts, big parts of Ukraine, part of East and Crimea. So he occupied it on 2014. So during a lot of years, so I'm not speaking about just Biden, but those time was Obama, then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden, now the President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop him. But during 2014, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people. You know what the contact
2015.
2014
2014.
and 2014.
2014.
Yeah. So
I was not here.
Yeah, but
that's exactly right.
Yes, but during 2014 till 2022, yeah, the situation the same. The people have been dying on the contact line. Nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him, a lot of conversation, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him, me, like a new president. In 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel, we signed ceasefire. Ceasefire. All of them told me that he will never go. We signed him with gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire. He killed our people and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What
So in this moment, this is kind of where it gets tense because Zelensky, he does ask JD Vance, like, what diplomacy are you trying to insinuate? Because we've tried that prior and it didn't work. So Zelensky is wanting something different. But the problem is America is providing Zelensky with majority of the funds. So it's like he has a say, but he can only say so much. I'm going to be honest. I was one of those people who was complaining about the amount of money we were just handing, not even giving to Ukraine specifically, but just in general. I'm like, yo, actually, let me rephrase that. It wasn't the fact that we were giving them money. What bothered me was that we had so much money to give them and other countries in support. But whenever it came to our own house, I'm like, yo, what is actually going on? What is going on? It got to the point where people were even questioning, like, is money laundering going on? Like, why we keep giving them this, then a third? Now, I do see what Zelensky is saying. However, America is technically the powerhouse, and we're the one providing you with the resources that you are wanting.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to...
Count one.
This is where I actually agree with Zelensky. I do think JD Vance was taking advantage of the moment. It's like one of those things where men, they have so much ego and so much pride. The moment that they even feel like you're testing them, when in reality, I think Zelensky was asking a genuine question. Trump was coming from an angle saying that I am not Biden. I am not them. Putin respects me. Do I think Putin respects Trump? I personally don't think so. I don't think Putin respects Trump. But that's the argument that Trump was coming at. He said, no, if I say it's going to be ceasefire, Putin is not going to touch you as long as I am in office. I personally think JD Vance is the one that instigated this conversation, making it go bigger than what it really had to be in front of the media.
We watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring people, you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless. God bless. You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly what
this.
you're doing.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
You will feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. Right now, you don't. You're playing cards. You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's back to you. Far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you once?
See, I don't think it should have went that far. I generally don't think it should have went that far. I personally think that this is just, I genuinely think this is a lot of pride and ego in that room, trying to make a point. A lot of people were saying, like, Trump is putting in his dominance. He's showing leadership. I don't think this makes us look good. Like, I feel like this is technically making us look like not even bullies, because it's not high school, but it should not have been this. It shouldn't have gone to this. I just don't think this should have played out in front of the American people. You could see Trump was getting visibly upset. It's just one of those things where we have to, obviously, from an ally situation, Ukraine and the US were allies. So Zelensky does have a level of expectations for US to help them out with certain things. But it's like the US is like saying, you're not being appreciative of what we've already given you. I think my main issue is not the actual conversation, because I'm not gonna lie, Trump has good points. I do think that Trump has to be careful, because I think Trump thinks that Putin respects him more than Putin actually does.
In this entire meeting, have you said thank you? You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you can...
He's not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country's in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No, you've done a lot of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not winning. You're not winning this. You have a damn good chance of coming out okay because of us.
Mr. President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
you haven't been
in this
alone.
cabinet,
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
alone.
in this cabinet.
We gave you, through this stupid president, $350 billion.
You voted
we gave
for
you
your
military equipment, and your
voted
men
for
are
your
brave,
president.
but they had to use our military.
What about West?
If you didn't have our military equipment,
you invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
speak.
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3 days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I tell you.
Just say thank you.
I said a lot of times thank you to American people.
Accept that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
I understand, sir.
I think it's very important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the cards.
Thankful.
You're buried there. Your people are dying.
Tell you
You're
again,
running low on soldiers.
Listen, please,
you're running
Mr.
low on
President.
soldiers. It would be a damn good thing.
Mr.
And then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go, and I wanted this. Look, if you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But you're saying you don't want a ceasefire.
But I said to you,
I want a ceasefire.
with guarantees.
Because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't with me.
For you what,
that wasn't
this
with me.
means.
That was with
you.
a guy named Biden, who was not a smart person. That was with Obama.
President. It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful, because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards.
If there's one video you comment on, make it be this video, because I genuinely want to know y'all's thoughts and opinions on this, because it's almost like, okay, Trump, he's right when it comes to, look, you're gonna have to take what you can. You're being unappreciative. We've given you billions and billions of dollars in gear and equipment and so forth. Like, take what you can. I think the main thing that I disagree on is it doesn't have to be that. But it's almost like, where's everything going though? Where is it going? Like, everything that we've sent, everything we've given them thus far, where are they going? Within context, they don't have as much manpower that Russia has. Ultimately, my biggest disagreement is not necessarily on what Zelensky is saying or what Trump is saying. It's more so JD Vance escalating it. A lot of people are probably going to disagree in the comments, because Zelensky literally said, "Can I ask a question?" They were, "Oh yeah, go ahead." So Zelensky says, "What democracy are you referring to?" Like, I don't think it should have. I just don't think it should have ended like this. I don't think it should have been this big. This is just a lot of egos, and this is a lot of pride in one room, and this is, and you can see Trump getting visibly upset, like, whoa there. This is one of the videos I really, really want to know your comments on. A lot of people's opinions are split on this conversation, depending on what news platform you're watching it from. A lot of people on the right, they're like, this is my president. This is like, thank you for finally defending America. They've taken so much money, they are entitled. And a lot of people on left-leaning media is very much like, yo, this is not what America's about. We look like bullies. We look like bullies. That is our ally. We are supposed to support them. We're not supposed to be divisive with them in front of cameras because it does not make us look good. So this is where I want y'all to come in and be respectful to each other in the comment section, please. So let me know your thoughts on the comments down below. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you're notified whenever I post a new video. Follow me on my social media as we're on the road to 100,000 subscribers, because we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. I love y'all all. God bless y'all. This is Uduak, connecting people with policy. Toodles!